What's up, folks? Just a little live unboxing for you. Hope you're having a good day at work. So you know what to do. If you're at work, don't get caught up. Put me off to the side or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we'll kick it in a live stream together for a little bit. What's going on? What's going on? GG, I see you. What's going on? Ivan, I hear you. The Hawks TV. Yeah, what's up? See you guys, man. Gonna go ahead and unbox this bad boy. And yeah, we're gonna kick this thing off and have a good time. So if you're at work, man, let's chill together. If you're at work, you know what I'm saying, put me in your ear, tuck me off to the side or whatever, and we're gonna have some fun. I'm send this bad boy out to the masses. Send it out to the masses. I gotta admit, I gotta admit that I'm having fun. I think I'm a little behind. I know I'm a little behind when it comes to like creation on YouTube. I'm kind of like that straightforward, top down shot type of dude. But what I want to say is I've been having fun creating thumbnails. Is that weird? I'm just late to the game because some of the people in this stream have definitely encouraged me to do better on my thumbnails. Tech Valor, GG, man, they don't know it. I don't think I've ever told you that, but on the real, when I see y'all's thumbnails and those little short clips that y'all do, it's crazy. The promotion of it is, I like it. So I said I'm taking baby steps, but I'm definitely excited about doing thumbnails and getting just drawing more attention that way and trying to keep it fresh. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's fun to do it, man. I'm enjoying it, man. Yeah. It's not weird. So, I feel like I'm late to the game. I can make. I love doing it for some reason. It's fun, the creation. You know what I mean of doing it. It's just it's become fun, and it's become just a little part of the excitement that I feel when doing YouTube because I was really getting bored. Sound check, man. I didn't check my audio. Is it good? I'm using the Yeti X, obviously, but I didn't do a sound check on my side. So hopefully the audio is straight. And we'll kick this thing off. So we're gonna. I want to talk about the previous generation of this one because I actually got rid of my previous gen. I got rid of it not because it was a bad phone. I just I don't know. I just felt like I should move on to something else at that time because some phones are pretty much ahead of their time. They can come across to me as being ahead of their time, and I just felt like that phone was it was so low in price that people kind of looked over it and they just didn't pay it any attention. So that's not the reason I got rid of it. Some phones I just don't use regularly, and that phone, I think I had a different OnePlus at the time, and I just felt I was so engulfed in that OnePlus that I just didn't even bother with my N100 anymore. But I'm probably gonna buy it again actually because it's only $180, so it's not gonna hurt me to buy it again. But I just feel like, man, when it comes to these phones, I've been using OnePlus devices for as long as I can remember, and OnePlus phones, they're about the closest you can get to a Google device outside of Sony. OnePlus phones are probably the closest you can get outside of Sony when it comes to having that as close to stock. Sony is actually stock Android, really. I don't know why people think that Sony is not stock Android. Sony has been pretty much. It's just they used to have a light overlay back in the day, and people mistook that from being like a skin. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like Sony is definitely stock Android, and OnePlus is another company that pretty much is as close to stock Android as a person could possibly get. I don't know of too many other brands that can push out something as close to stock Android. Essential Phone was stock Android too, Yeah, I agree with that. Centrophone, Motorola as well. I'm not. Yeah, there's other companies too, but I just feel like if a person wants an all-in-one, and I think as far as customizations go, this is probably a good one because some of the other phones you can't customize them right out of the box, and that's something that I truly enjoy is customizing phones out of the box when I can. But I don't know that there's any other companies. You can't customize you can't customize some of those other like Motorola. You can't really customize those out of the box. Last I checked, you can't really customize those out of the box. What's up, Grant? I see you. What's going on, man? Tuck me away in the corner, Grant, if you can. Put me in the put me in the corner. I know some of you guys are at work, man. And again, I appreciate you stopping by. Xiaomi is customized what you can do. Yeah, Xiaomi as well. They've come a long way. So we're going to crack this box open, and I want to talk about some of the differences between the two phones. I mean, right out the gate, this one has a 1080p display, and the N100 had a 720p display. Now it was a little bigger or whatever, but it had a 720p display. Now, disclaimer, I got this phone for free on T-Mobile, and I want to talk about that too. I traded in, where's it at? I traded in a little flip phone. I traded in this phone right here, and I traded it in, and they gave me this phone for free. I just need to ship this off to them. They already put the credits on my account. I don't mind doing credits on my account for certain things, as long as it's what it is. And I actually was going to buy this through OnePlus, but I was like, man, I'm getting ready to get this free. I've been with T-Mobile for going on 26 years, and I have no intentions on leaving. So, why waste my money on something? And you know what I mean? I'm not so much telling everybody to do credits on their account. Yeah, it's free, Gigi. I traded in this phone right here, and I'm about to ship it off today. I traded in this old flip phone. You can trade in any working phone. As long as it works and it's not cracked and, it works, they'll give you this phone for free. But even if you weren't going to get this one for free, you can still get it. It's less than OnePlus sells this for $240, and T-Mobile sells it for $216. I don't know why, but they sell it for $216. I like this right here. I was watching Forbes Tech. I like this right here, how they did this. They got the SIM card little slot here, and you got your SIM card tray right there. And I got this. This is actually a soft touch mat. Now, I didn't know that at the time that I was looking at Forbes. And I watched Forbes' video. Shout out to Forbes Tech. I watched him, and I watched My Project 13 so far. This is a soft touch matte card in the box. Something as simple as this makes me feel good about a purchase. You know what I mean? That's a good little overlay when I'm talking about the Nord. And then you get your cable right here. We're going to power this up. I'm not just going to show it to you. I'm going to power it up. I'm going to sign in or whatever, do a transfer because I'm going to use it. You got a little welcome guide here and stuff like that. But the N200 is a little different than the N100. They pretty much gave you more with this one. They gave you a little bit more. The specs are a little different. I'm gonna look at the specs side by side. Actually, I can do a screen share, which you can't. I can do a screen share, so that way you guys can see. So let me turn on screen share real quick before we get into this. Actually, you know what? Let me fire it up. I've already ordered. They have outer boxes at T-Mobile, but I didn't want to order through T-Mobile. I wanted to just buy it straight out. And T-Mobile's actually it's $30 for the outer box. Shout out to Team Outer Box. It's $30 for the outer box. This is a beautiful phone in person, folks. I can't even front. This is a beautiful device in person. This color is freaking incredible. This is beautiful, man. Any questions or comments you have about the device, just let me know down below. We're going to walk through this bad boy for real. Like normally I would record this video. We're going to go through it though. This is freaking beautiful. So this is a frosted back. Now, isn't it crazy that they did a frosted back on their lower price device, but on their higher price device, they got these shiny backs. This is the OnePlus 9 Pro, and this is the OnePlus 9 right here. the 9 Pro, and the Nord. I got rid of my N10 5G also. I should have kept it, but I didn't. I should have kept it. Yeah, I should have kept it, but I didn't. But yeah, Grant is right. It is a smart move by having the carriers get involved. Yeah, because you can always get the brand out there more um, by getting with a carrier sometimes, and they're selling it for cheaper. More, they're selling it for less than OnePlus. It's 240 at OnePlus and 216 with T-Mobile. And the way that happens, if you don't know, I'm gonna give you a quick lesson on why cell phone companies can sell the device for a lower price. Some of you might know this already, but if you didn't know, I know a lot of you guys probably don't know. The way that cell phone companies sell the phones for a lower price than the OEM is the amount that they purchase. So if they order 500,000 or a million of these, they're still making money because they ordered so many of them and they can lower the price. That's how brand deals work. So sometimes you see a phone, $50 if you add a line or whatever, $50 if it's whatever it is. That's how OEMs do it. That's a quick lesson for you on how OEMs are able to sell these devices for less, or the carriers are able to sell them less than the OEM might sell them. Simple as that. So this is a blue color. It's kind of a gray blue color. One thing I don't like is the shiny size, and I don't like that about the 9 or the 9 Pro, the shiny size. Not really a fan of that. But one thing we don't have anymore is the alert slider. It's gone. The alert slider's gone. And the power button is now inside of which is now a fingerprint reader. I like that though. So the fact that we don't have an alert slider, I guess I'm okay with that for now. I guess I'm okay with that, but I prefer an alert slider. But the fact that the fingerprint reader is in the power button, I could appreciate that. And then also this has a headphone jack, and this has stereo speakers. Yeah, it has a 90 hertz display. I mean, it's packing a lot. So let me give a SIM card ejector. I want to show you that it has SD card slot. Because OnePlus wasn't big on the SD card slot things, but yeah, it does, man. It does. It does. Team Matt, you already know. There it is. Team Matt. Yes, ma'am. So the SIM tray is. I got my glasses on. Oh, it's at the top up here. Man, that is hidden away from them frosted sides. So if you look here, they have an SD card in here and the SIM tray. So SD card with the SIM tray. That's a cheap, flimsy SIM tray, just so you know. So be careful taking it in and out. I'm going to fire it up and everything. I'm going to do a transfer from one of my OnePlus devices. It's got some juice. So I want to go ahead and bring up also, I want to do a screen share so I can show you guys. All right, take care, Grant. I want to show you guys the spec difference between the N200 and the N100. So I'm going to share a screen here. If I can get it fired up for you. Thanks everybody for joining in. If you have questions about the device, I will answer them right in this video because I'm going to set it up right now. So one thing you should have noticed though is that the device no longer has that T-Mobile startup. Remember that? So there's a possibility this could be unlocked. I'll try it though. I mean, because I do have this is one of my AT&T phones. So there's a possibility that it could be unlocked or carrier deals are, man, that would be crazy if this was unlocked already. But some consumers don't really, like if you're with T-Mobile, you have no reason to try to see if it's unlocked, but let me share my screen real quick. And I want to show you some of the differences with this device right here from the previous generation, because there are about 4 or 5 things that are different. So let's go to screen share here and let's share a tab. We're going to share that tab. All right. And now let's bring it forward. And here we are. So the differences with these phones is they're pretty similar. They're pretty similar. Which one is better, the 10 versus the no? Oh, I'll get to that in a second. But here's the difference here. So if you look here, you can see an immediate difference is the size of the device because it has just a little bit smaller screen. Now, the impressive part about the previous generation is that it did have a 90 hertz display. I mean, it wasn't a bad display by any means. It had a 90 hertz 720p display. So that, doesn't, just because it was 720p, that doesn't mean that it was a bad display by any means. So right there alone, you've got a 720p difference. You got a 6.52 versus the newer 6.9 inch display. So that's something that you should take note of. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and go through and get the setup going here. You can post your comments and questions down below. I'm going to do a setup next to my current device after I sign in here. So that's one big difference. 1080p at 6.49 inches versus 6.52 inches at 720 by 1600. That's a huge difference. And the 20:9 ratio is perfect. So you get a much higher resolution right here at 406 versus the 269. Then they both have Gorilla Glass 3. But if anybody has the Nord out there, N100, let me know if it's still on Android 10 or did it get an update to Android 11 already? Because again, I remember I got rid of mine and I wish I had have kept it, but I didn't. But yeah, so you got Android 11 versus Android 10. And then another thing is you've got an 8 nanometer chip now. So the 460 to the 480 is an 8 nanometer chip from an 11. The Snapdragon 460 wasn't a slow phone. Oh, here's a software update. So we'll do that too. Since this is real time. The 460 wasn't a sluggish device by any means, but it was definitely not super speedy. But OnePlus is cutting a little corners here by raising the price too. So with that raise of the price, you do get a little bit more. So the increase in price gives you a little bit smaller display, but it's a 1080p display and it's LTP SIP LCD. And then you have the same Corning Gorilla Glass 3, and then you have the 8 nanometer chip, the Adreno 619 versus the 610. Now, this is all techie stuff. Consumers don't care about this. They really don't. But then you have 4 gigs of RAM and 64 with the UFS 2.1, which is the same thing you had in the previous generation. So they definitely slid that in there and kept it there. The cameras are identical, folks. These cameras are the same cameras from the N100. They did not change that at all. Now, the front camera got an upgrade to a 16 megapixel at f2.1. Will we really be able to see the difference? I don't know. But you got stereo speakers, and another difference is a 5.1 Bluetooth instead of the 5.0, which nobody will really be able to tell the difference with that. And then you have a side-mounted fingerprint reader versus a rear-mounted fingerprint reader. And you still have the same 18-watt fast charger in the box. So no wireless charger or anything on here, but I'm not going to use that 18 watt. I have a 65 watt that I use. And the price says $239 versus the 180 that it was for the previous generation. So I don't know. The Nord I think it's going to sell very well. I think it should do okay. It's $240 directly through OnePlus. And as you can see right out of the box here, most people are probably going to get a software update. You know what I mean? So if you buy the phone new, you'll probably get a software update. So just be mindful of that. I'm setting this up real time for you. And I'm going to do a transfer real time. And let's just have a good time talking for a minute. Because I believe that this will be a good daily driver as long as it's not like really sluggish or whatever. I'm gonna give it a little bit of juice while it's doing this. Let's get a fast charger out here. It'll burn through some battery pretty quickly. But yeah, the software update is happening real time. I like this hardware. It does attract fingerprints, but I ordered my OtterBox directly from OtterBox, and I got it for less than what T-Mobile was charging for it. T-Mobile has it on sale for $23. And OtterBox, I had a $10 code. The OtterBox for this is $30, and I had a $10 code, so I decided to just use the $10 code and just pay for it directly through OtterBox. So let me get to some of your questions right here and comments. Here's one that I see here. So is it better than the Nord 10? I mean, that's questions like that. You really can't. Better depends on the user. I mean, I can't tell you if it's better than the N10. I like the N10. The N10 cost about $80 more. So what you would need to do if you're trying to determine that is get this one, you know, get this one and then try it out. And then if you like it better, then you switch it out, sell your N10. But personally, I wouldn't switch. One thing I like about this one over the N10 is the hardware. I think this looks a lot better. This frosted back is just really, really nice. And the size of this is really good too. But while that's restarting, you can check this out. Back of it here. Even though it's a frosted back, it still attracts fingerprints. But this is just beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful back. So right out of the gate, when you power yours on, if you have this, if you're waiting for it to come in, again, I got this free from T-Mobile. I traded in this old flip phone right here, and they gave me this free. And I'll ship that flip phone off today. But as soon as I powered it on, I'm doing this real time for you. And this is what will happen to you when you decide to get yours out of the box. So let's read through some more of your comments while this is booting up. It's funny. This is Bradley. Shout out to Bradley. We chatted offline a little while ago. Funny how OnePlus makes glass phones for $250 while Samsung has plastic ones for almost 3 times the price. This is actually a fact. While it's not, premium feeling or whatever, it is kind of funny that they would opt to use plastic. But see, I would prefer to have plastic in a lot of ways, though. Plastic is, it's not going to crack right away. Let's skip this for now. It's not going to crack right away. Plastic is better to me in a lot of situations. But the thing is, like you said, software's up to date. The difference, you make a good point because why not? Why is Samsung doing that? So let's get here. I'm going to signing in real time, doing all this real time. This is just a chat to show you. I really want to do this unboxing live. I guess I'm kind of tired of doing unboxings. The redundancy of it gets old, so I just want to mix it up. And I think it's fun to do live unboxing sometimes because you get my real expressions as I'm opening the box. And I can tell you out of the gate already, I like the way this one feels. I really do. I think it's amazing how this one feels. And the fact that it doesn't have the shiny back like this is incredible. So let me sign into a couple of accounts here. Post your comments and questions down below. Let me see if I can... how's the audio? I haven't even fired it up yet. Dual SIM. I think the Hawks has already answered some of these for me down below. Appreciate it. Thank you. This person says, I want one just because it's good. Hey, Fifi, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wanting something just because, man. It's all right. We do that to ourselves from time to time. It's okay to treat yourself. It's definitely okay to treat yourself. I'm signing into all of my accounts here, off camera here, and then we're going to get back into this. So I can answer any questions and I can show you like the home screen where on the first boot or whatever. All right, so it's setting up. It's going through everything now. But so I have the new OnePlus 9 Pro, and here's my OnePlus 9. And we are going to just take a look at them, man, and just see what the deal is. I truly believe that OnePlus is onto something. And the screen on here, though, I can go ahead and tell you, this screen is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. And it feels premium too. It feels premium. I see a comment down here. I'm using my first T-Mobile phone, OnePlus 9 Pro, and notice the difference in my OnePlus 8, all the different models. Yeah, there are some differences. The device is still, yeah, it is, man. It is. Yep, it's totally worth buying for family members. And at this price, man, of free. And once again, if you're just joining in, I traded in this old flip phone right here and got this phone for free. It's a steal. And even if you don't have a trade in, you can get it free if you add a line. Now, I personally don't need to add a line, but even if you, I won't add that. Even if you don't have a trade in, it's only $9 a month. I think it is, or something like that. I think it's $9 a month, um, and that's a huge plus. That's a no pun intended, but that's a huge plus. That's a huge plus. So don't need to do that. All right, here we go. Yeah, doing this real time for you, but the phone itself is just beautiful, man. And I think T-Mobile does some of the best deals that a person could get. They do some of the best deals, and if you don't jump on them at the beginning, uh, you miss out. Sometimes early adapters get the raw deal, like when you start, like especially with promos from like Samsung. Samsung will give some pretty decent deals up front, but then what they'll do is they'll lower the price of the device right away. And you're like, what the heck, man? I just paid all this money and paid full cost and got a free watch and a free camera or a case, whatever they're offering, and then everybody else got the phone for $500 off. So you got to decide which one you would really like. Yeah. Many carriers do not have good deals like T-Mobile. That's a fact. I had the OnePlus 8 and loved Oxygen, but didn't like the design. The design of OnePlus 8 was pretty cool. I like the green version of the OnePlus 8, which is only $399 right now, folks. That's a crazy deal. But they kind of offered that shiny one more, and I didn't like that either. So I had to put a skin on it or whatever. You know what I mean? This phone looks really, really good, man. I kid you not. This phone looks good in person. Yeah, I wouldn't trade my a good phone like the iPhone 5. I wouldn't trade that. I would just go to Walmart or go somewhere and find you a little cheap $20 flip phone. And I'm trying to sign in. Gosh. Clear this. What the heck? Telling me my pins don't match. Let's go back here. Oh, must be a 4-digit pin. Oh, what? Why is it telling me I have to have a 4-digit pin? That's weird. They wanted me. I'll change my pin later. All right, so we're gonna set up the fingerprint reader. This is what we're gonna do. Let me get to some of your questions before I get back into this. I'm on T-Mobile right now. Jump on. Yeah, jump on it, man. Jump on it. Jump on it. I think you can get it free from Metro PCS too. Yeah, Valerie's right. Yeah, you got the same thing. So let's set up the fingerprint reader. So we're gonna go next. And I want to see, we can look at it real time, how fast this fingerprint reader is or whatever. And you see my first impressions right here. I like side-mounted fingerprint readers. If you like side-mounted fingerprint readers, raise your hand. I like side-mounted fingerprint readers. I like them. One thing, though, about fingerprint readers, I don't like to set them up, especially the touchscreen fingerprint readers. Like in-screen fingerprint readers, I do not like to set them up. All right, so we're going to go with gestures or whatever. That's how we're going to do it. And you get to see, and my wallpaper might come over from here, but yeah. It wants to do the little tutorial for me. This is what you get as a new consumer of this device. This is you go through these settings right here. If you like side-mounted fingerprint readers, yes, sir. All right, yeah, yes. All right. Trying to get some of your So there it is. So let me see here. Screenshot, power down with volume, or power and volume down. Sorry. And so here it is. Activation incomplete. This device has not been registered with the carrier. Device will reboot to continue configuration when SIM card is inserted. I think this is an unlocked phone, folks. I think this is an unlocked phone. What do you? I've never seen that before. So I'm setting this up how I would use it before. So I think this is an unlocked phone, man. Like if you, since I didn't start it with my T-Mobile SIM card, I'm wondering. I don't want to lock it to another carrier though, because I want to use this on T-Mobile. But this might be. I've never seen that message before. So yeah, I've never seen the message like that. That message right there that popped up. Uh, yeah, I've never seen that before. Yeah, side mount all day. Did y'all see that message where it said it's not registered on the network yet or whatever? Pretty dope. So I'm doing my restore here. I'm doing a transfer from this device over here from my OnePlus 9. So we'll run through this, man, like I normally would use. So you can see 62 of my apps is syncing or whatever. So I've never seen that message before. I've never seen that message before where it's talking about it's not registered yet. But let's gander at let's gander. That's country. Let's take a gander. Let's take a gander at this here software. Uh, I should do that again. This hardware, though, folks, when you compare it next to the other OnePlus devices, it looks great. Let's put the shiny one over here. I took my skin off of this one. I just love to marvel it. I love the skin. I had the rock gray version of this black over here. But man, I really like this shiny back on here, the fade on it. If only it was frost. This is just beautiful hardware. OnePlus makes some great hardware, man, don't they? Don't OnePlus make great hardware? Yeah, that's just beautiful right there. Let's test the fingerprint reader. I think you just rested on there. That's kind of difficult right there. The thing is so fast. Oh, there we go. So, fingerprint reader. I might need to go into some settings to turn that on to where it lights up the screen. Let's go into these settings real quick. I need to log into my OnePlus account too. Let's go to if I can keep you in view here. It's already on dark mode because of that. I'm gonna maybe I'll switch it to light mode for just a minute. So I think that'll be a little bit better on you guys' eyes. I think that's a little bit more appealing to you all, even though I prefer dark mode. Let me see if I can zoom a little bit here. There we go. All right, post your comments and questions down below. Me and Buford. Oh man, it's crazy. Side mounted fingerprint readers seem to be the fastest. Yeah, they really are. I think they are too. So I want to get down here and check that fingerprint reader because that thing is going so fast. I think I might need to do something with the thing itself here. All right, so this is just to add one. It's got to be something. Oh, it's got face unlock. All right, I'll set that up too. All right. Oh, that's smart unlock. I want to do face unlock. Face unlock. All right. Add a face. So here's face unlock. Got it. Here's face unlock because it does have face unlock, which is I think is pretty good. All right. Let's see how quickly. I wonder if this is like going to be really secure. Oh, do you have to do it like this too, or is it going to? Yeah, I look crazy. Oh, this is just reading my face. Okay, it kind of scanned my face right there. So that's how that is. Auto unlock when the screen is on. Face assistant lighting, yes. Let's see if the face is going to be good. That's pretty fast. I think the setting I'm looking for, folks, is the double tap on the gestures, right? Because I need to have it. Let's customize the lock screen. Let me see if it's somewhere in here. Because I want it. The fingerprint reader is so fast. I don't know if I have to press it or not. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Lock screen. That's lock screen password. We'll go ahead and run through the settings and everything. Anyway, I'm doing a restore. So if it seems a little sluggish, it's restoring everything down here. So it's got all my apps and everything popping up, and I'm going to set this up as is. All right. All right. So let's get into beautiful screen, by the way. That's a beautiful screen. Beautiful, beautiful screen. I love that little Nord paper right there. So you got the camera up top in the corner. They put that on the side over there. I don't know how I feel about cameras on the side like that. I would like to have it in the center because I find myself looking down like that, or I'm looking at the center and it's down there on the side. I don't know. That's just me. So bloatware, OnePlus doesn't have any bloatware. I don't even see Facebook or anything like that. Even from actually, oh, folks, did you notice something? There's no T-Mobile bloatware on here. I'm telling you, folks, this might be an unlocked phone until you set the carrier up. Like whatever carrier I put in here, it locks to it possibly. Because that's what iPhones at Best Buy do. They have it in whatever carrier you put in there, it locks to that carrier. That's how the OnePlus devices are that are at Best Buy. Put these back in the cases here because I rock them these cases. So I'm wondering if that's the case. Let me check for NFC. I don't think this has NFC. I'm not sure. I don't think it does. But we're going to get into that. But anyway, there's no bloatware on. There's not even any T-Mobile bloatware on here. I put the T-Mobile bloatware that's coming in on here. So let's go to NFC. It does have it. There it is. Boom. Right there, folks. There's your NFC. So it does have NFC, which is nice. It has NFC. Very nice. So you got Google Pay. You got NFC. Link to Chromebook. Yeah, it has NFC. It has NFC. So that's good. All right. So we're going to run through these settings on everything. And if you have questions, post it down below. Get into it. So I turned on light mode because I think this is a little bit more pleasing to you guys' eyes just for the purposes of this video. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So you got your Wi-Fi, your network up here and everything. This is where your SIM card and everything will go. Obviously, most phones have VPN. It's got Bluetooth, NFC, you got the cast feature, tap to pay. That is there. Under the display, you got the auto brightness. This brightness is at half. This is a really bright screen, folks. And the difference in here, you have the color balance right up here now for the display. I don't remember ever seeing that bar on any of the other ones. Let me see something here. Grab my OnePlus 9 in the display. I mean, it could have been there. I just don't recall if it's there. Let me see here. On the display. Yeah, look. I don't see that bar. The color balance is up right in the front right here, but the other ones are going to be deeper in the settings. Okay, so yeah, they did do a little bit different on this one. They're putting everything right in your face. So you got your refresh rate here. It's set to 90, and that's where it's going to stay because this phone is probably going to be fantastic on battery because it has, a 5,000 milliamp hour battery inside? That's incredible how they can fit these big batteries in here in these little thin phones. And then the phones that are way more than this, they say we can't give you a big battery because we couldn't fit it in there. All of that nonsense they're talking about, they can't fit the batteries in. That's bogus. You got an area up here where you can shrink this down. I think that looks kind of stupid to put it like that. That just looks silly. To turn off it just looks silly to me. I would just leave it full screen like this. This looks so much better. Refresh rate again stays at 90 for me. Vision comfort. This is where I think it turns the screen that ugly orange looking color. I've never liked that right there. Oh man, is that subcase in here? Well, no, it can't be. No way. Is that that ain't subcase. Man, that's important to me right there. Subcase thing came in. If subcase, is that the real subcase channel? Nah, son, for real? No. I'm excited, B. Obviously, I work with subcase a whole bunch. Is that really you? Or is that like just a knockoff version somebody's doing? What's going on? Jose, I see you, man. What's going on, man? Is that really you, subcase? For real, for real. That's exciting right there when a case manufacturer comes in your live stream. That's important too. No way. You got to reply. I got to know if it's really you. Even though I've worked with you guys before, I got to know if it's really you. That's incredible. So you got your comfort, your reading mode. Does anybody here use reading mode? I hardly ever use reading mode. I hardly ever use reading mode. You got block peak notifications. There's a few things in here, man, that I really like. Post your comments down. The Nord device looks boss. Yeah, it is, man. It is. So yeah, they can't fit the big battery in the headphone jack. It makes no sense. That's correct. Yeah, talking about the battery size, it's so weird how these larger OEMs will tell us we can't fit a big battery in there because we had to move the headphone jack. We had to move this. I think that's bogus right there because this device is thin. It's got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery inside, and it costs $200. Say it again, GG, for the people in the back. Is that really subcase? Somebody click on that. Is that really subcase? I feel important, man. I feel important if that's really subcase up in here, man. I feel important. I think that's a good feeling. Then you got your dark mode. Again, I will turn on dark mode, after I get going on here. I think the bright mode looks a little better for the viewing of this live stream. You got your ambient display. I don't use ambient display either that much. Oh no, I'm thinking of this is what I'm thinking of, that visual comfort, but I do use ambient display. That right there is where you got all your gestures and everything. You can display a message in here. I can do. It already changed over my keyboard too. Save that. Horizon light, which is really nice. It lights up the side for your notifications. We got gold, red, purple, blue. Really nice. You guys ever notice? You ever notice that there's more features in some of these more affordable devices than it is in the higher price devices? Why is that, man? Why is that? Why do they do that to us? So we're going to show battery. I love to show the network speed for some reason. I always turn off the battery bar on OnePlus devices. I like to just have the percentage up there. I think that's really nice. Then you got your time. I also like to show the seconds. I'm a weirdo like that. I don't know why. You got your icon manager. You can go through that. And that was just in the display settings, man. So, now here's what I like right here. You can customize it. So let's go through the wallpapers real quick. And this is my default wallpaper that I use on all the OnePlus devices that I use. Let's see them. Look over here to some of your comments. I use reading mode to read and manage my phone in the dark. That's a good place to use it. It's Subcase troll. Hey, at least I felt good for a moment. But I do work with Subcase, so it'd have been nice if they'd have been here. But hey, I'm still the man. Sony Spirit Mark III will be 5,000 mAh battery with a headphone jack. Yeah, that's Sony because Sony takes care of their customers in some areas, but they just don't sell it right, man. It takes forever for them to bring products out. Customize until you drop. That's what I'm saying, man. There's so many customizations in here. Oh, it's got some new wallpapers. Ooh, look at that. I've never seen that wallpaper before, unless it was on the old Nord. These are going to be other people's wallpapers in there. I think I like this wallpaper right here. That's kind of clean right there. I like this. This is nice. All right. So let's get back into settings here. All of my transfers are coming over. Yeah, you can customize this thing until you just go crazy. So you've got the default flip flop right here on the OnePlus that you could do. That's nice. I think it's another software update coming, but you can change this to anything you want in here, man. This is one device that as I was talking about it earlier. This device right here, you can do whatever you want right out of the box. You can change your icons. I could change them like this. I could change it to whatever I want, man. The teardrop icon, the square, the round edges, the round. It's just so many things you can do. And this is another thing I like. My icon pack. So I have Ortis that I purchased. I love the Ortis icon pack, and it's doing a restore. So I can just change the icons to what I want right out of the box. I love that I can change it to what I want right out of the box. So Sound and vibration, ringtone volume. Look at this. You got the auto tuner in there, dynamic music, earphone. You got the earphone equalizer when you plug in. Earphone mode. This is nice. Auto play, smart answer for Bluetooth, speak caller ID. I like to use that one. OnePlus ringtone. The vibration on here is really good, folks, and the ringtone is plenty loud. It's plenty loud. This is gonna be fun to use, man. So if you're just coming in, I did order my OtterBox directly from OtterBox. I had a $10 off code, so instead of paying $30, I paid $20. I paid $19 or whatever. So I got the OtterBox for this. This is going to be a really nice daily driver, honestly. I like the size of this, man. I like the size of it. Thanks for those joining me in real briefly for this live unboxing of the OnePlus Nord N200. You got the headphone jack. We're going to test out the stereo speakers too. I'm still trying to figure out. There we go. So you just rest your finger on the fingerprint reader and it'll come on. Yeah, it comes on. It's a matter of how I got mine set up, though. I might need to add another finger, add that finger again. If you're not going to customize, you may as well be using an iPhone. I mean, I kind of disagree with that. I think that people, it has stereo speakers, man. It has stereo speakers, and we're going to test those out. I think when it comes to Android and iOS, it's just I use them both. Here's my iPhone 12 right here. I use it. I'm just more for functionality. I think Android. It's not just about customizations with me. I think Android is just more functional for me. I get more use out of my mobile device with Android. So customization, sound and vibration, buttons and gestures. We already went through this, but you got your navigation bar. You can turn that on. You can hide the bar or whatever. Pretty simple and to the point. Double click the power button for the camera. I don't like those. Where's my quick gestures at? Here we go. Flip to mute, 3-finger screenshot, double tap to wake, music controls on the front screen. I like those. And you can use all these draw gestures. If you use, I got something to do. If anybody uses these functions at the bottom, please let me know right now. Because I forget to use them. I know that they're there, but I just forget to use them. I forget to use them. I don't know anybody that's drawing circles and stuff on their on their on their screen and stuff to get the gestures and stuff. I just forget to use them, man. So if you use those, let me know because I totally do not use those, man. I use the basic stuff like double taps on the screen to wake it up and things like that. That's what I use. I don't hardly ever use those other functions. I don't think I've ever used them, to be honest. I don't think I have, man. Okay, we got one. Valerie uses them. She says she uses them. Yeah, I have never used those functions at all, man. I don't know the first thing about using those functions. Sorry about that. I was manually focusing my camera. But I have no idea. I will always forget, man. Always forget. I think some don't know how to customize their phones, which is the reason why they don't. That's true. He said, I set them and never used them. I believe that to be true. That's honestly right. I believe that. So you got your apps and your notifications, screen on time, default apps, and all these different things. I don't think people even come in here. I come in here for this, though, to turn off these wireless alerts. Respect. I definitely, are going to help when I can. But is it me or do they tend to send these things at 2 a.m. and I got multiple phones and all my phones go off throughout the entire house. Beep, beep, beep. You be like, oh my God, what is going on? And you look up and man, boom. For me, I got to hunt down all my devices throughout the house to try to find and shut off everything. It's horrible. So permissions, battery, storage. Storage, you can see 29% used. With all of the stuff I have, I still have a ton of battery left. Or not battery, a ton of storage left. I got 40 plus gigs left. And this, to me, this goes to show that people really don't need 256 gigs of storage. They don't really need that stuff. They think they do. I took a picture. I was trying to focus it. They think they do, but they really don't. All right. So utilities, you got App Locker on here. Digital well-being. Some people don't like digital well-being, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's good for you. Who's in? I don't know what's going on there. No, it doesn't have wireless charging. There's no wireless charging. There's no wireless charging. So let's see what we're on here. So I love how OnePlus does their phones too. When you're looking at what it has. Let me see if I can focus this. For some reason, let me turn off defocus. I think that's what it is. Oh, defocus was on. Let's clear it up. There you go. I like how they do this right here. They tell you exactly what you're getting. I love that. So let's go in here and let's see. We're on the May security patch. Android 11. It's vibrating like crazy. The vibration on here is crazy, folks. It really is. All right. So that's it. Now I'm going to try to do it real time right here. Like take a couple of photos of something. And here's how I'm going to try to do this for you since this is live. I'm going to try to take a photo, send it to myself, share the screen so you can see the photo real time. So let's grab my buds. Got to get something of color. Something that'll show some detail. We can grab my Bowers. Just want to take a couple of pictures of a few things. So I'm going to take a couple of pictures and I'm going to send them to myself and I'm going to show them to you when I share the screen so you can see the cameras on there. And then we'll take a listen to the speakers. So here is, oh shoot. Why does it need my location for photos? I can't stand when cameras want your location for photos. Man, this camera looks good coming through the viewfinder already though. So you got photos. Let's go to video real quick just to see something here. It does have a telephoto lens, a macro and all that. Let's go to settings here. Let's turn the watermark on. I like the watermark myself. Some people don't like the watermark. I personally like the watermark because, people might take your photo and say that they did it. And you can add it to the photo and the videos, which is what I really enjoy. That's something simple, but I like that. You don't need my location. Video, initial zoom. Here we go. This is one thing about this phone that might upset some people. It only shoots at 1080p at the highest, but sometimes it's just a matter of quality. It's just a matter of quality. So I knew that before getting this. The highest resolution you're getting is 1080p. All right, so we're going to shoot some photos. We're not going to do any kind of video at the moment. You got night mode. You got regular. This camera quality, though, looks really good. You got portrait. And you got more. So you got macro. You got pro expert mode, pano, and slow motion. So I'm going to take a portrait selfie real quick. And these photos that I take, I'm going to actually send them to myself. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, let's turn off any kind of, let's do natural. We want to do no skin smoothing. Yeah, there we go. All right, very fast shutter time. All right, processing the image, kind of slow. You can set a password for it. That's a really good photo, folks. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send these photos to myself here on the stream so you can see them. Let's flip this around. Let's take some regular photos. So be patient. We're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. Let me make sure the camera lens is all cleaned up. Quick shutter time, man. Very fast shutter time. And I'm going to drop these in my own box. So I'll get them like real time and then you guys will be able to look at them. All right. So it wants to set up my buds. I like that about the OnePlus. It's already saying, hey, set your buds up, Jay. Set your buds up, Jay. So that's pretty cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these in my own box here, in my own chat, and I'm going to share them with you on the computer. So I'm just going to chat. Okay, let's share an image here. I'm just going to drop them in my own chat, send them to myself, and then I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see them real time. All right, one more to send, and then we're going to go to the computer, and you get to see them real time here. You can see I just sent them to myself through the chat. Now, I'll let you marvel at this hardware real quick while I go ahead and go over to the computer real quick next to me. This guy tripped me out, man. He called me Denzel on my videos. Oh, man, I love it. This is great. That's funny. I use the watermark and branding too. Date and time. I love it. Yeah, me too, man. I love using the watermark, man. Did a night video. I know I saw it. He did a night video. It was great, man. So now I'm going to go to my own chat and I'm going to open up these photos for you. And I'm going to get them to you. So I'm going to share each one of these with you so you can see real time. I'm opening them up right now, just so you know. I want you to see how good these cameras are, because I think they're really good. So now I'm going to go back to screen share. I'm going to share some tabs with you guys, man, so you can see these right now. Let's see here. So the first one I'm going to show is, I think this is it right here. Yep. All right. So first one I'm going to show. Oh, I can show more than one too. Let me see here. First one I'm going to show is this one. That is the photo that I just took right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Took a quick photo. And I mean, you're looking at it over a stream. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how well this is going to come across, but I'm going to do an updated video on the phone cameras too. So just bear that in mind. I think it looks great, man. I think it looks great. I know there's a little bit of delay in the chat for you guys, but I'm going to leave it up for just a second so you can see it. But I think this looks fantastic, man. Because I'm looking at it in real life too, right from the phone, and it looks great, man. So what do you guys think about that first one? Tell me what you think about that first one. All right. It looks good, looks good, looks good. What's up, Art Dog? I see you. All right. So let me share another one with you. Let's go to screen share, and I'm going to share another one with you. I'll go ahead and remove that tab so I don't end up grabbing that one again. And let's share this one. All right. Here we go. Here's another photo that I just took right here in the office. Check that out. Took a picture of the buds. What you think about that? The portrait shot was really, really solid, man. And you're going to see that one here in just a second. Tell me what you guys think about that. And if you're in the chat, I'll go ahead and send these to. If you're in my private chat, I'm going to go ahead and send these to you over there too after the stream, so you'll be able to see them. I think you'll be impressed. I know you will. They're really good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share another photo with you guys that I just took right here in the chat. All right, so let's get out of this one. I'm gonna share another one with you so you can see it. All right. This one's gonna have a lot of detail. This one has more detail than I thought. He said these photos look better than the OnePlus. That's saying a lot too. Yeah, man. I mean, for a $200 phone, and we're talking about OnePlus, man. OnePlus, their cameras have greatly improved. I mean, and this is not even their Hasselblad joint. This is not even their Hasselblad stuff. I think OnePlus is on to something. I really do. I'm happy, you know what I'm saying, that they're getting it in, you know what I mean? They needed to. Yeah, you're probably right, man. I mean, there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong opinions. It's none of that, son. It's just whatever you like. And because photos, also, I'm looking at it in person, so it's different. If you saw these in your hand or you were taking your own photos, I like pictures of the sky. For those that know me, I love pictures of the sky, the beautiful sun, the clouds. I love all of that stuff. And I can't wait to take those photos. I mean, because after this live stream, I'm gonna go start taking photos of outside and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, let me share another one for you here. We'll stop sharing that one. I'll share the last one is this portrait one um, that I did just a second ago. So let's share that one. This portrait one, man, it is crazy. Wait until you see this portrait. I mean, I'm looking at it, and I know that it's just not going to come off as good as it is in person. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, it's facts. The price of the phone is $216 through T-Mobile or free if you do a trade-in. If it's just coming in, I traded in this little $20 flip phone and they gave me this $220 phone for free. You can go through Metro PCS has it for free or the same deal, or you can pay $240 for the unlocked version directly through OnePlus. So let me show you this last one here. Let me share this last one, the portrait one. And man, this thing is crazy right here. I just took that on camera with you guys right now. One adjustment I need to make is when you take a photo that it flips it. I got to take, because see how it's backwards, or my shirt looks like it's backwards or whatever. So I need to go into settings and mirror the image. I believe isn't that's the one that is under where you mirror it so it's not flipped or whatever, right? I think that's it. I think that's the one where it looks backwards or whatever. Like, look at my ZTE on my shirt. It's backwards. So I got to find that setting to make sure it's flipped around. I think that's it. Let me see here. Because I can't even find that in the settings here. A flip selfie. There it is. It is under advanced. So I'm going to stop sharing this real quick. So in advanced settings in the camera, you want to flip the selfie when using the front camera. So, but in any event, I'm going to go ahead and do another portrait here. That's a really fast shutter time, folks. Really fast. That is a beautiful, beautiful, man, that's just crazy right there. This phone is $200. But the real kicker is this. I need to take a photo with the OnePlus 9 Pro or the OnePlus 9, and then I need to share that. And then we'll see what's up. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. I got the OnePlus 9 Pro. I'm going to do a selfie portrait, and this is the true test. You're going to be like, what? All right. So, boy, yeah, I think a lot of you guys are probably going to like the Nord N200 better. I'm getting ready to do it right now, real time for you. You're going to trip out when you see how the quality is on both of these. That's incredible, man. Oh, man. You get ready to bug out, man. You get ready to bug out when I show you this thing. Oh, that's crazy, man. Let me share this other one, too, since it's facing the right way now. You're going to be like, nah, son. I can't believe it. This is crazy, though. So I got, boy, that is crazy, B. I can't wait to show you this. Real time right here on the stream. This is crazy. Oh, man. You get ready to bug out. You get ready to bug out when you see these camera qualities. So I'm about to show it to you right now. So this first one I'm going to share is the OnePlus 9 Pro. You'll be able to see the difference too. So let me share. Uh, let's stop sharing that. And let me share the OnePlus 9 Pro first. And then I'll open up the OnePlus Nord. Now here's the OnePlus 9 Pro. That's the OnePlus 9 Pro. For real. That's it right there. That's the OnePlus 9 Pro front portrait. Front portrait. Look at it in detail as best you can. Check that out. Look at that. That is the OnePlus 9 Pro front portrait shot. Now take a look. I'm going to stop sharing that. Now take a look at, oh boy, take a look at the Nord front camera. Man, oh man. This is the Nord. Look at that. Here we go, right here. Look at that right there. That's the Nord. Back to flagship killing. Look at the difference. You know what I mean? Look at the difference in that. That's crazy right there. That's just crazy. I don't know if there's so much all the way back to flagship killing, but hey, they're trying. They're trying. You know what? This statement right here is pretty much accurate. Pretty much accurate. That's the Nord N200 right there that I'm sharing in comparison to the OnePlus 9 Pro. Yep. They're actually almost identical. Here's what I'm going to show you the 9 Pro again. Now, remember, the 9 Pro doesn't have a label on it. You know what? I could turn on the label for the 9 Pro, but it doesn't. It's just going to say Hasselblad. But this is the N200 right here. And now I'm getting ready to show you once again. I'm going to show you once again the 9 Pro. And look at the tones in my face. And then look at the brown chair in the back. All right, so check it. Look at the tones, the black shirt, and the brown chair. Now, this is the N200 you're looking at right here. Look at the N200. Look at the N200. Now, I'm going to switch it off, and I'm going to show you the the 9 Pro now. So now I'm going to show you the 9 Pro. Let's see if I can get it. Make sure I pulled the right one. I think it's going to be this one. Nope, that's not it. Let's stop sharing. This one on top. All right, so it's this one. Let's see here. Hold on, let me get it. Get it together, Jay. Now here comes the OnePlus 9 Pro. Remember, check the tones. Look at the tone in my face, the brown chair, and the black shirt. I personally think the Nord N200 did a better job at that selfie right there. A portrait selfie, I think this $200 phone, free for me, beat up my $1,000, $1,100 phone. So in situations like this, you know what I'm saying, you have to ask yourself, what's really worth it? Is it really worth it to spend that extra cash? Of course not. Of course not. They killed their own flagship. That's crazy right there. I personally think the N200 took a better selfie in that particular moment. That's just me. And I'm not hyped behind, oh, it's new. That doesn't make any sense because I have the most powerful OnePlus right here. I'm just keeping it all the way 100 with you. Yep. The colors were very muted. This is the 9 Pro. And so the colors on here, in my opinion, they make me look more brown, I guess, if you will. Like the tones look brown. Remember, check the face, check the shirt, which should be black, and then check the chair in the back bars. You know, check that. Check that. Now I'm going to show you the N200 one more time. Let me show you the N200. Check the N200. That's the N200. That's what I say. I say the N200 looks better in this particular setting. That doesn't mean that the N200 has better cameras. It just means at this very moment, the OnePlus 9 Pro's front camera might be processing the images wrong or a little off. Both of them look good. Let's be clear here. I think they both look good. This comes down to personal preference. I personally like this picture from the N200 better in this particular setting. That's what I think. That's just what I think. I'm not saying I'm right. If you like the Pro better in this setting, that's cool. That's fine. I personally like the N200 in this particular setting a little bit better. So that's some of the camera review for you. Now let's go ahead and show you. Let's take a listen to the speakers on here because it does have stereo speakers. And since I got it here, I might as well just sample the Pro for you also. So I'm just going to open up a video here that I did from, let me see here. And I'm going to go into my studio and I'm going to get that one video that has music on it. So you can, I'm going to get a video that has music so you can actually see it. So let's see here. And then I want you to take a listen to the screen too and to the speakers and look at how vibrant the display is as well. So I think it's one of my Surface Duo camera videos. That's the one that has the music that I wanted to show. I think this is it right here.
It's time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
All right. So what we'll do is
24 hours, touch after touch, with Microban.
All right.
All right, guys, welcome back to another video.
So one thing that says
video a little different.
The stereo speakers. Okay, so hold on.
As I sit here,
let me turn this down. The speaker on here is okay. So first off, the quality is absolutely beautiful, but the speakers is definitely not the strongest stereo speakers I've ever heard. It doesn't even really sound like stereo speakers, to be honest. I can't really tell that it's a stereo speaker. But it definitely looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. It looks good. So let me pull this back up here again. I want to get back to this. So it's listed with stereo speakers, right? But I don't know if that sounds the best.
Okay. So I think in a situation like this,
yeah, it's just very muted on the top. Now I could play that same video here and you will hear the difference for sure. You will hear the difference immediately with the Pro model. Well, yeah. The speaker up top is a little bit better. The screen is better, obviously, on the OnePlus 9 Pro as well. That's a beautiful screen, though.
All right, guys, welcome back to another video.
Speakers are definitely louder on the Pro, obviously. It really sounds like stereo speakers or whatever. There's a huge difference. Gigi said it's stereo turned off. Let me see if there's a setting where I actually can turn off. But real briefly, check this out. Look at this screen, man. You can see the difference in these immediately. I don't even need to turn on the OnePlus 9, but you can see the difference in these screens immediately. You can tell the difference between OLED and LCD. The OLED is super punchy and crisp, but this is a Quad HD as well also. So, I mean, you can really see the difference over camera, I don't really know how it looks, but I can tell you that in person, yeah, it's crazy. So is stereo turned on? So that's a legitimate question. So because it's the top speaker is really muted. And let me put it up here. Gigi asks, is stereo turned on or off? I don't even know where I would even go check that out. But sound, maybe go into sound quality, because the top speaker is almost muted. It really is. This is earpiece mode right here. Let's turn that to always. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's just sounds. It's system sounds. I don't want touch sounds. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just sounds a little muted on the top compared to, and it could just be that video. So let me play something else, because this is all set up right. You know what I mean? This is good. It's loud. It's just not as loud as I would want on the top side. I can almost barely hear it. So let me see here. See if that's something I can even search for. Home control, sound and vibration. Nope. Takes me back here. So it could be just that video. So let me try. Yeah, there's huge differences in those. Huge differences, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's right, dude. Let's do it. So here's something that says the stereo speakers on my Moto G Power sound better than the speakers on. Yeah, that's probably right. Because the top speaker almost sounds a little muted. Yeah, it sounds a little muted. But it could be something. It could be something. Here's a comment right here that's legit. The display and speakers on the OnePlus 9 Pro are better. They better be superior for $850 more. That is a fact. And see, here's where it comes into play that this phone is actually really good for $200. Do you need to have that? Obviously not. OnePlus is doing what other companies have done for years. They're putting a whole bunch of phones in different brackets. That's what they're doing. They have to. They can't compete if they don't have a phone in every slot. And I just know that they're noticing this now. Like, man, we got to get right. So, and Forbes, he actually has this device. So I watched his video. I was just talking about him earlier. There's no setting in here for me to change the speaker. It's just kind of weak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a song that I play in my videos a lot. It's called Voices. Love this song. I'm going to play it on this phone right here. I actually played it at the beginning. It's a phone by Patrick Patricos. So I'm going to look for that on YouTube because I know it's out there. Voices, Patrick Patricos. There it is right there. Yeah, it's there. It's just super weak on the top. I mean, I could put it next to the mic, though. Yeah, I mean, it's a good speaker, man, and it's totally worth $200. I'm not going to complain and say that it's not worth $200. That would be a joke, because seeing as though I have both of these devices right here, this one competes great with it. somebody said earlier, they're killing their flagship, killing their own brand, and so it is what it is. I think that if a person if they wanted a OnePlus device, I've always told you, go for the lower price devices first. You don't have to buy quote unquote flagships. You don't have to go out and spend a ton of money on these phones. You just don't have to. This is a known fact. Known fact. Yeah, you can get a volume app too. Yeah, I know you can get those volume. But see, for me, it's really not that serious. I don't blast things on the speaker like that. I test those just for you guys, man. I don't. I have Bluetooth. I got the OnePlus Buds, or I got any kind of buds or anything like that. Yeah, I don't. That's just for testing purposes. Sometimes you might be in an area where you might want to have it on speaker like that or blast it out loud. But remember, you guys are listening to it through a stream, through a Yeti, through all the downscaling that it's going to be given to you through YouTube. Yeah. So, you gotta consider that. You gotta consider that. Shout out to Jay Williams streaming for me from work to UPS store to home. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. It seems that streaming is fun for me again. I like streaming again. I like streaming during the day, but it is what it is. I appreciate the love, man. But yeah, man. I wanted to give you my first impressions and give it to you live. So now I got all my apps installed while I was doing this. It installed all my apps. Fingerprint is kind of iffy, but I'll set it up again. It installed all my apps. They're all there. So I'll set up my home screen the way I normally have it, which I can put it like this. But I mean, I appreciate you guys stopping through, man, because, doing YouTube is fun and everything, but kicking it with y'all is on live streams is really fun, and being able to interact real time with you guys, man, it's great. It's fantastic. So there's so much to cover sometimes in so little time that we think we're going to run out of time, when in reality we're not. So I'm going to put my Duo right here, because I'm not going to put all my movies and stuff over there. But man, I'm excited. I'm excited to have the phone in. I'm excited that I got it for free. I'm not going to get on video and act like I'm not excited. That's why I want to give you my first impressions, man. I always try to do when I'm recording a video, though, I'm always giving my honest first thoughts on it. I think it's kind of hard to gauge that nowadays when you're looking at videos for pre-recorded videos. Sometimes you really can't gauge if the person is telling the truth. But that's up to you to decide whether or not whatever you think is true or not true. That's on you. I'm setting this up exactly the way my other phone is. Just doing it real time here for you. I gotta get my other security thing over here. Then I just label this security. And it's pretty much set up. That's it. So thank y'all, man, for coming through for your man Jay on a live stream. I appreciate it. I tried to show you the OnePluses that I have. Man, I'm excited to finally get this in. Now I'm getting ready to go ship off my $20 or $24 flip phone that I traded in for this to get this free. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ashamed of my bill credits. I'm not ashamed of my bill credits. I traded in this flip phone right here that I have been using for quite some time. And I still use a flip phone. I have more than one of these actually. But I traded one of them in. It's a little nicked up. It's a little scratched up, but it works. You know what I mean, it's no damage. It powers on. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. You know what I'm saying? It's got 4 gigs of storage, not 4 gigs of RAM. It works. And it is what it is. Boom. So I traded this in and got this free on T-Mobile. So if you were considering getting the Nord, you know what I'm saying? I really hope, I'm put my SIM card in here. That's that phone starting up. It's loud, ain't it? Put my SIM card in this N200. Put it on the charger. Because I really do use the phones. So, and the phone should reboot. It says once I put this in. I think this phone was unlocked, and that it's really not a carrier phone until it locks to one carrier. That's what I think. Because, hey, Forbes, did you get that message too about when you first started your phone up that you needed to register with a network? Did you get that too? See, look like I might have been putting it in wrong. There we go. Did you get that message, Forbes, about you need to register it with a network? SIM card detected, restart device. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I got that that message earlier talking about it need to be associated with a carrier. I've never seen that before with the OnePlus device because this didn't have a T-Mobile logo when it started up. So I think it's an unlock. I think they're doing like Apple did. Like I spoke of it earlier. I think they're doing what Apple did. That you buy the device, but once you put it in there, it locks to that carrier. That's what I think. I could be wrong though. But it definitely, I didn't get a screenshot of what it said the first time when it was talking about it needs to register on a network. So it's still just pretty much a blank device. But now, yeah, now it has a T-Mobile logo. So if you caught this from the beginning, the phone did not have a T-Mobile logo when I started it up. Now it has a T-Mobile boot up. Boom, there it is, folks. It now has a T-Mobile boot up screen, which is crazy. So that is in fact what they are doing. That is in fact what they are doing. They're selling pretty much the devices flat, and then whenever you put a SIM card in there, it locks to that carrier. That's what they're doing. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Yep. So, man, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some lunch. I'll be out and about. Won't be around tonight on YouTube. Got some personal things to take care of. So I'm gonna switch on dark mode. So I hope you guys had a good time, man. Grandma Loves Tech, man. You got to catch that replay. Man. So I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Look for more coverage on here. I will do an unboxing and review of the OtterBox once it comes in. If you're just catching that, be sure to catch the replay. I did buy the OtterBox directly from OtterBox for this device because I wanted to have a nice little case on it because it's probably not going to move from out of that case. If you see any other cases after that, I probably didn't buy them. It's going to be for review or something like that. So just bear that in mind. But there it is, man. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Live unboxing of the OnePlus Nord N200. Yep, there it is. I'll see you guys later.